All right, let's start at the beginning. This is the Seven of Cups. Cups are emotions. This card also can stand for really seeing things as they truly are, not as you wish them to be. So it does look like you're doing a little bit of problem solving. So be very real as you're looking at a situation. Not gauge your decision making on how you want it to turn out, but how it really is and progressing forward. This card also can be the dream card. And for those of you that are redoing your bucket list, this most likely is you're looking at your dream space a little bit. What is your greatest desires? What are your passions that you'd like to reignite? Travel, retirement, going back to school, things that you are dreaming of. So that's what this one stands for. It's time to do a new bucket list, it looks like. Now, this is what crossed you. This is the card of abundance. This can be the card of inheritance as well. So some of you may be working on your wills or taking a look at moving forward, what you'd like your retirement to look like, what you'd like the future to look like. But it also looks like you have received something. It could have been an inheritance in the past, and you may be trying to figure out how that works for you, or what the best way, either saving or investing. But it does look like your abundance is open a little bit more. And it does also feel like you've been cleaning out some of the old energy. So you may be even physically cleaning out closets, garages, things like that, or just emotionally cleaning things up that you kind of left by the wayside, because it is a new time. So it's a time about releasing control, trusting the process, and starting in new directions, building our wildest dreams. We get to do that since a lot of things have changed over the last 12 to 18 months, actually. Most people have gone through huge epiphanies, released relationships that are no longer working for them, started new relationships, or cleaning up the communication of current relationships. So clean slate time, Pisces. So it might be time to really delve into some of those passions that you've let go for a while. What is above you here is the 9, and 9s, it's right before 10, so it does look like things are coming to ahead. Things are being clearer for you on what the future looks like. But these are all projects, and now that it's spring here in the Western Hemisphere, we really get down and dirty with our projects after hibernating through the winter, and that kind of looks like what is happening. So, you wanted to build fishing lures, you want to start dancing, start painting, start writing, but it does look like projects could be home-oriented, work-oriented, or personal oriented. But it does look like now that you've cleaned out some of the space and energy about it really feels like you were doing too much for others and not enough for yourself. So this is kind of a validation that it's time to reignite those great projects, nurture them. This also can stand for pregnancy, if that is where your energy is, or someone close to you pregnant. But this is kind of the nurturing the seed to fruition. So those are the projects, the spring projects that looks like coming into effect. The sun, new beginnings, can be validation for the hard work that you've done, the release that you've done. But this is a baby, a naked baby. So this is the clean slate. Now it's time to fill up your heart with happiness, fill up your head with your passions, and get busy living. So it does feel like brand new beginnings. All these projects that you've kind of put on the back burner, you're bringing them to the forefront, and they look more on the creative side, for some of us that are not connected to the arts. That can be just painting your house, or cleaning up something, or doing yard work on really making your sanctuary, wherever that may be in the world, in your house, outside, in the yard. But the sun is here, and it does look like you have begun these things since it's in the past position. So this is the higher hierarchy card as well. So it does look like things that you have wanted to start and begin for a long time, or that time is now. That time is now. So the Three of Cups is in the present position. Of course, cups are emotions. That can be love. That can be friendship. And it does look like this is time to celebrate. So it's time to come out of the cave a little bit, Pisces, and accept some of those invitations. It does feel like more invitations are coming to you. This can be a wedding. This can be a reunion, just a gathering of friends and family. But it feels like your presence is wanted out in the world. Your kindness and laughter is needed. So don't be afraid to accept some barbecues and things that you have kind of not done in a while. But your smiling face is needed out in the world. So the Knight of Pentacles is here. And of course, Knights are all about motions. Pentacles are money or physical things. So this may be starting to do some physical movement that you haven't done in the past. Something you wanted to do, exercise, dance, or just getting started on those projects, moving things around. As the time is kind of dictating it. This Knight of Pentacles is looking towards the future. So it does feel like it's time to start those projects and really get a move on. There's about 3 or 4 cards here that kind of dictate a little motion, take things from the idea place, manifest them into the physical place. But I'm also getting a hit on money here. It does feel like your money situation may be improving. Now that may be, maybe a raise. It may be just a bill that you've been paying on forever has finally ended. But it does feel like a little bit of focus is needed on money to reallocate, and that it does feel like there's a little bit more abundance to money, either, as I said, getting a raise, somebody paying you back, or it could just be some of your money has freed up from previous commitments. So it does look like your money may improve a bit in the month of April. And could be you getting your IRS back early. Who knows? The Fool is at the bottom of here. And the Fool, a lot of people think the Fool is a negative card. It's, don't do foolish things. But it's actually all about taking a chance. The Fool is the 0 card. This is where the journey begins. The Tarot is the story of the Fool, starting at 0 and ending at the World. So this also validates new beginnings. Have you gotten a new job? Have you retired from a job? Did you start school? But it does look like take a chance, try something new, something you've always wanted to do. And, he's taking a leap of faith off this cliff, basically. And it does look like good things will come if you take a little chance. So is there someone from the past you'd like to communicate with? Maybe things didn't end very well that you'd like to clean up, starting new projects, trying out for that new position at your job. So be brave in some choices that you have been kind of looking at, but maybe not feeling comfortable or brave enough to do. But now is the time. The Fool is right here, so take a chance. And for those of you, that maybe have a crush or something that you've been wanting to communicate this, now is the time. The Fool is a very lucky time, which encourages us to take that leap of faith, tell that person how you feel. Or, it can be just some communication of any kind that you've been needing to do or wanting to do. So the King of Wands is here, and kings are really about being in integrity. Wands are emotions. And this wand, this king is about good fortune. He's influential. He's honest. He's got, wealth on his mind. So this is right across from this Knight of Pentacles. So I do believe it really feels like your money will be improving a little bit, or maybe not going out so fast, shall we say. Excuse me. The Magician is here. That's getting in touch with your magic. It's also feeling like you may have had some synchronicity happening in your life. You maybe run into someone that you've been thinking about, thinking about your family member and they call you on the phone, but it does look like your intuition is really peaked right now, that you may be having dreams that are coming true. So trust that intuition and trust your own magic. If something feels funky, it is. So your body is telling you that. And this infinity sign on top of the magician here is lighting up for me. So it does feel like you're coming into your psychic power a little bit more, whether that is feeling, seeing, hearing, however that gift presents to you. It does feel like you are trusting yourself a little bit more in that journey, and that it's becoming more a part of your daily life. And for those folks that, have their magic in church. Many folks do. Many of us don't go to church, but it does feel like your spirituality has taken a step up in the world and for yourself. So you're trusting it a little bit more. And whether that is going to church or whether it is meditation, yoga, however you achieve that, hugging a tree for my atheist Pisces, however that looks to you. But it does look like it's something that's being incorporated into your daily life a little bit more. So the culmination card here is the Six of Swords. And, swords are really about intellect, about thinking, about the mental process. So it does feel like it's time to float a little bit, not overthink, give the reins to someone else for a moment, and give yourself a little break on that overthinking. See if you can just sit and be comfortable in your knowingness, especially that now that the magician is right here, for those God folks, let go, let God, or just float for a little bit before making any big decisions. You've made lots of decisions. You've moved lots of energy. So enjoy those spoils of your hard work a little bit before jumping into making major decisions, because you got some projects over here that need your attention. So it does feel like not making any big decisions for a while and just letting that creative juices flow in the month of April will really, really help facilitate some of that change that you've been wanting to have. So on the left-hand side of it is the 9 and the 9 of Wands. This is motion. This is releasing. Also validates that releasing control, trusting the journey, and really taking a look at things in the past that don't work for you. This is kind of a little bit of residue of the work that you've been doing over the last year or so, Pisces, about really releasing that which does not serve you. And that may be looking for another job, moving to a better view, maybe releasing a relationship that hasn't worked for you in a while, or opening your heart to accept another one into your heart and your space. This white cloth is lighting up for me. This really feels like there's some pressure on you, that you may be getting stress headaches from kind of overthinking. So take a break from the overthinking and let yourself float into the next decisions instead of actively seeking them. But it does look like it's causing you a bit of stress. This may also be kind of affecting your stomach, your sleep, but the head here does feel like it's a little stressed, so it may be manifesting headaches. Just turn the analyzer off for a little bit. Let yourself feel that calm, meditative place and ignite those passions. So to kind of put that head to rest a little bit. The Knight of Cups is here. Knights, again, are about motion. This can be a person. This does actually feel like a person. Cups are water signs. That's Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. This does not feel like you per se, but the cup is lighting up about someone that you love. This can be a younger person that you're very concerned with. There may be some problems with this person, but it does feel like this person is young, either emotionally or physically young, and maybe not making some decisions that are very healthy in your opinion. But it does look like they are kind of turning their back on some of the advice they've gotten, and you're a little worried about it. But it's time to let that floating hit you and Trust in their journey. Let them see they have enough information that they can pull themselves out or ask for help if they need it. So don't just jump in there and clean up this mess that's happening. This can be the interpersonal, family, or work. But it does feel like somebody that's a little younger than you, maybe a little emotionally younger than you, is making some really big decisions that don't serve. And it's kind of laying on your head and worrying you. It may involve drugs and alcohol. That's kind of coming up. So again, this is probably a water sign, which is Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. But I don't feel this is you. This is someone that is connected to you. All right, sweets Pisces, this is your reading for April. I'm going to throw a couple of these cards, and they are called Goddess Guidance cards. And they're little one-word cards. Friend of mine, the Mystic Sisters, turned me on to these cards. My friends in Wisconsin. So we're going to see. This is Green Terra. Start delegating. Ask others to help you instead of trying to do everything by yourself. So this kind of validates the release of issues that no longer serve you, that aren't yours to fix, that maybe keep getting ignited by the person that really truly needs to fix them. So what else we have? We have Cordelia going inside. You have been indoors too long. Go outside and get some fresh air. That's pretty simple. That's pretty real. So now that the sun is out here on the Western Hemisphere, get out in the garden, sit and get some sun on your face, Pisces, and things will look a lot better for you in the long run.